Bismellahi, start recording. William Hale, aka Haji Muhammad Omar, and the World Intelligence Community, 4200 Wisconsin Avenue Northwest, Suite 106-146, Washington, D.C. 20016. Phone 805-570-2515. Fax 314-222-7068. Invest at writeme.com. Abdullah ibn Muhammed ash-Sheikh, care of Ambassador Adel A. Al-Jubeir, fax 202-944-5983 USA, the Consultative Assembly of Saudi Arabia, Al-Yama Palace, Riyadh. Saturday, 28 February 2014 equals Asab 9 to Jumada al-Ula 1436, regarding how the safest self-sustaining use the self-destructive. Dear Abdullah ibn Muhammed al-Sheikh, you. Assalamu alaikum, peaceful possibilities and events upon you. How are you? Best happening-nesses, happiness for you. Happy to propose good and better ways to practice the 5 pillars of faith of Islam to the custodian of the 2 Holy Mosques, King Salman. I am confident. Open to independence. Bismellahi, bless. I, and who else, open ourselves to whom or why does not need any, including not needing to not need, and who can therefore be ready, willing, and able to create, sustain, welcome, make more perfect, return, invite, and permit any to endure to the degree any open and seek permissions to conserve and expand recycling capacity, and thus sustain lives with ever fewer unnecessary permissions regarding stand with or stand alone. Whose choice to what degree? Show us thy straight way, the way of ever fewer unnecessary permissions, the way which brings us ever closer and closer to whom or why needs no permission from any other than whose own self. Open to witnesses. Then I open to you, my witnesses, if I have any besides the 100% independent self-sufficiency. Consensus. Then I seek to reach consensus by asking, would you like to do this with or without me, or not at all, or delegate it to whom else? And then, why not have how much fun, love, or joy? Reasonable, because who might reasonably misunderstand or get sick or get hurt? Otherwise, why not have how much fun, love, or joy? Fun. What's your idea of fun? Good and better ways to practice the 5 pillars of faith? From the Consultative Assembly of Saudi Arabia, a proposed law to safely arm Islamic and other rebels who support the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia by directing the Saudi Department of Defense and defense industry that until approved by the King, They are to present updated, proposed pro forma budgets every 90 days regarding the production, purchase, and distribution of personalized biometric keyed battlefield weapons, which, if tampered with, self-destruct. Fear of God. Self-defense, of course, a reflex reaction of commensurate force. But fear of God, fear of not doing the right thing, more than fear of being hurt by the wrong thing because of the judgment day. Fear of not practicing the 5 pillars of faith, more than fear of being hurt by trying to practice the 5 pillars of faith. As time allows, open from self-defense, outward and inward, to the first all-subsuming command to consider all non-mutually exclusive and or mutually exclusive self-sustaining possibilities and events, of which peaceful possibilities and events are the most likely to endure. Who still thinks it is reasonable to make time to do so 5 times a day? Provide repentance strategies for peaceful coexistence for all involved in non-peaceful possibilities and events, including ourselves for not having been sufficient in our dawah outreach to preempt our need to exercise our right of self-defense, while still preserving our right to self-defense. Biometric, personalized weapons require whom to keep whom alive for the biometric voice print, skin temperature, palm print, and living DNA in the saliva, as well as keeping whom willing and able to speak the time and temperature necessary to operate the weapon against whose intended target. Welcoming whom via the straight way is the surest way to accomplish this. Assalamu alaikum, peaceful possibilities and events upon you. How are you? Haji Muhammad A. Omar, aka W. Hale, and Mecca, aka Liberty, meaning submission only to God. The Afghan Hound, ADA service canine, trained to run beside the bicycle. Is there any reason to not end this recording now? Can't quite fit the editorial revision because of the Judgment Day. Still keep it a 2-page letter. And there's a comma here missing. Bismellahi, God is greater. May who understand this as it is. Allah Akbar.